Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a question that's been flooding my inbox. Are foreign women better than American women? Is the grass really greener on the other side of the border? Buckle up, because we're about to unpack this complex issue and reveal some truths that might surprise you. Let's kick things off with a story. A while back, while I was in my early 20s, I went to this high-end Rolex repair shop in Manhattan, getting my Submariner serviced. The old-timer working there, seeing my flashy watch, asked me if I was single. I told him I was not dating anyone. He then turned to his partner again and said, "You see this guy, they haven't trapped him yet, he's still free. You can enjoy his life, travel, and meet girls all over the world. You do good things. Trust me, women everywhere are the same. Women in every country are the same. There's no difference. A woman is like a watermelon you pick up at the grocery store. They look good on the outside. You squeeze, shake, and knock on it to check, and it seems good. You take it home, but when you cut it open, it's rotten inside. But you don't know until you take it home. By then, it's too late. You're trapped. So I tell you, no matter what country or what a girl says, all girls are the same. Before you marry, they say, "Yes, I can cook you something." They are so nice and ask, "What do you need, honey?" But after you marry, all of a sudden it's "let's order food" or "let's get pizza." They stop cooking. When you marry, something changes in a woman's head. All women have problems, okay? If she is a woman, she will have problems. Now at first I thought this guy was just being cynical, but the more I traveled and dated, the more I realized he was onto something. His story was not about women being faulty, but about how appearances can be deceiving, regardless of where you're from. This brings me to a key point: financial stability. Let's be real for a second. Whether you're in New York, Tokyo, or Bogota, most women are looking for a partner who can provide. It's not about gold digging, it's about security and building a future. Here's where things get interesting. When you travel abroad, especially to developing countries, your perceived value skyrockets. That $4,000 a month salary that's average in the States, in places like Thailand, the Philippines, or Colombia, that's living like royalty. I remember chatting with a friend of mine. One day I remember he told me, "You see, in Slovenia, if you can provide about 3,000 USD per month, you're set." That's top-shelf living. It's not that these women are necessarily gold diggers, but in a country with limited opportunities, a foreign partner can be a ticket to a better life. But here's the kicker. This dynamic isn't exclusive to developing countries. Head to Miami or LA and you'll see the same thing playing out. Rich guys are treated like kings everywhere. It's not about foreign women being better, it's about economics. Now, let's talk about infidelity and cheating. There's this myth floating around that foreign women, especially from more traditional cultures, are somehow more loyal. Folks, I'm here to burst that bubble. I heard this story about a Colombian woman who married an American lawyer. Sounds like a dream, right? He brought her to the States, gave her a comfortable life, they had 2 kids, then boom, she's caught cheating with a younger coworker at her part-time job. The guy was devastated, thinking he had found his loyal, traditional wife, only to face the same issues he might have encountered dating locally. The point is, infidelity knows no borders. It's not about nationality, it's about individual character. I've heard just as many stories of cheating from guys dating in Bangkok or Bogota as I have from those dating in Boston or Baton Rouge. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the impact of social media, Netflix, and dating apps like Tinder. These platforms are revolutionizing dating culture worldwide, and not always for the better. I remember being on a tour in Bangkok, and our guide, this vibrant Thai lady, couldn't stop talking about how women were breaking traditional roles there. Mind you, we were on a temple tour, not really interested in gender politics. But it showed me how these ideas are spreading globally, even in seemingly traditional societies. Netflix shows like Emily in Paris or Bridgerton are beaming Western dating norms and expectations into living rooms from Mumbai to Moscow. Tinder and other dating apps have made hookup culture a global phenomenon. The result? The differences between dating in America and abroad are shrinking fast. This brings me to an important point: culture. We often trick ourselves into thinking that women from more traditional cultures are somehow more submissive or family-oriented. But here's the truth. Unless someone truly believes in and lives their culture, it's often just a veneer. Let me expand on this with some real examples I've encountered. I know several Moroccan women who were raised in conservative Muslim households. On the surface, they appeared to be the epitome of traditional values: modest dress, respectful demeanor, and submissive. But man, let me tell you, appearances can be deceiving. One night, I'm at this club in Marrakesh. Yeah, they have those. And who do I see tearing up the dance floor? These same traditional Moroccan women, now dressed in the latest Western fashion, drinking cocktails, smoking hookah, and partying like there's no tomorrow. It was like watching a complete transformation. And it's not just Morocco. I've got a buddy who works in Dubai, and he tells me stories that would make your head spin. He's met women from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, even Iran who live double lives. At home, they wear their abaya, headscarf, and often a niqab. They're the picture of conservative virtue. But the moment they step off the plane in Dubai or London, it's like a switch flips. He told me about this Saudi woman he met at a high-end boutique in Dubai. She was buying thousands of dollars worth of designer clothes. We're talking Gucci, Prada, etc. When he asked her about it, she laughed and said, "This is for my European vacation. Back home, it's all black abayas, but when I travel, I live my real life." These experiences taught me a valuable lesson. Cultural expectations and personal desires often conflict, and many people find ways to navigate both worlds. Now let's talk about some real horror stories. Thailand. The women in Thailand are known for their warmth, hospitality, and strong family values. But it's also a hotspot for guys looking to find a traditional Thai wife. I've heard some absolute nightmares from this place. Take my friend Jake, for instance. He met this Thai woman in Pattaya, fell head over heels. She was sweet, attentive, everything he thought he wanted. They got married within 6 months. Fast forward 2 years, and Jake's calling me, completely broken. Turns out his loving wife had been siphoning money from their joint account, sending it back to her family in Thailand. When he confronted her, she threatened to leave him and take everything. Jake ended up losing his life savings and his house. Another guy I know, let's call him Tom, had a similar experience in the Philippines. He married a woman he met there, brought her back to the States. Everything seemed great until she got her green card. Suddenly, she's demanding expensive gifts, designer clothes, and money to support her family. When Tom couldn't keep up, she left him for a wealthier guy, but not before maxing out all his credit cards. These stories aren't unique to Thailand or the Philippines. I've heard similar tales from guys who've dated in Eastern Europe, South America, you name it. The common thread? They all thought they'd found a traditional woman who would be grateful for the opportunity to live in the West. Instead, they found themselves in financial ruin. So, what's the takeaway here? Should you date foreign women or stick to American women? My advice is this: date individuals, not stereotypes or fantasies. If you're interested in dating abroad, go for it. It can be an incredible experience that broadens your horizons. But do it because you're genuinely interested in experiencing a different culture, not because you think you'll find some mythical, perfect woman who doesn't exist. Remember, success in relationships, just like in life, requires consistency, hard work, and focus. It's not easy being a winner. If it were, everyone would be doing it. If you do date someone from a different cultural background, keep these tips in mind. 1. Communication is key. Be open about your expectations and try to understand hers. 2. Be respectful of cultural differences, but don't ignore red flags just because that's how things are done in her culture. 3. Remember that adapting to a new culture is a two-way street. Be prepared to compromise and adapt yourself. 4. Don't let financial dynamics blind you to potential issues in the relationship. 5. Be aware of the influence of global media on expectations and behavior. At the end of the day, a good relationship is about compatibility, shared values, and mutual respect. That's all for today, folks. If you've had experiences dating abroad or have thoughts on this topic, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real talk about relationships and personal growth. Until next time, keep an open mind, stay savvy, and remember, in love and in life, there are no shortcuts to success. Peace out.